mor dda yn gwecelwydd.
You want to do this now?
Not in a million years.
Boneddigion a boneddigesau, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host. Rhowch groeso cynnes I Hugh Stevens.
Right. Wel, noswaith dda a choes mawr I seremoni wobrwyo'r Academi Brydeinig yng Nghymru 2019 yma neuadd Dewi Sant Caerdydd. Hello and welcome to the 2019 BAFTA Cymru Awards here in the beautiful St David's Hall in Cardiff. This year, as ever, the exceptional pool of talent in Wales has seen a wide variety of high-quality programme making, cementing our nation's reputation for creating some of the world's best film, games and television. Much like our rugby team currently taking on the world in Japan have done with sport. Yes. We won, that's all that matters. You have put our nation at the forefront of artistic accomplishment. So thank you so much for being here this evening. Now, not forgetting the Wales men's football team. They're playing tonight as well. They're literally about to kick off against Croatia in the Euro qualifiers. I know some of you might prefer to be there than here this evening. Just a mile or so, just over the road over there. It's all go tonight in Cardiff. So pub luck, boys. There will be no score spoilers from me this evening. You'll be pleased to know. Amazing atmosphere in town tonight. Ni'n darlledu rownd y byd eto heno. Once again, we are broadcasting live to viewers across the nation and further afield. And we gave a particularly warm welcome to our friends at New York Welsh, who are currently gathered at the Liberty in Manhattan to watch the ceremony. Hello. So, BAFTA is the leading global organisation for championing creativity, opportunity and social change through the transformative power of the moving image. And these awards are here to recognise and celebrate your sparkling achievements, to inspire new talent and to ignite the creativity of Wales, from the people who make and support film, games and television to the people who love film, games and television. This year there were 144 jurors tasked with choosing the winners, and we're delighted that over half of these jury members were women. Panels met in both North and South Wales. Yes, please applaud. Panels met in both North and South Wales, assessing a record number of entries. And tonight, we recognise Welsh talent in 24 categories, including an impressive 19 first-time nominees. Mae yna gymaint o enwau newydd ar y rhestr fer heno. Croeso mawr I chi gyd a llongyfarchiadau ar yr enwebiadau. Mae'r enwebiadau actorion yn ddiddorol iawn eleni. The actor category is particularly fascinating this year with a short list of internationally recognised talent. Michael Sheen, Celyn Jones, Matthew Rhys, and the legend that is Sir Anthony Hopkins, all nominated. And the Actress Award will be hotly contested by an array of leading performers. Jodie Whittaker, nominated for her fantastic portrayal of Doctor Who, goes up against Sian Gibson from Peter Kay's Car Share, Gabrielle Creevy for comedy drama In My Skin, and Avery Thomas for S4C drama Enid a Lucy, one of 5 nominations for that programme. So, with a total of 6 nominations, the documentary feature film Anorak, charting in, I know, I had to mention it. Charting the history of Welsh language music leads the list of nominations. Perhaps unsurprisingly, given that it was fronted by such a handsome and talented presenter, some might say a once-in-a-generation talent. I'm just reading what it says on the auto cue. It's an excellent script. So we're also thrilled this evening to be honouring 2 Welsh icons in tonight's special awards. The executive producer of hit TV shows such as Sherlock, War and Peace, and Baker Boys, Bethan Jones. And the executive vice president and general manager of Lucasfilm, Lynwen Brennan. Lynwen is responsible for overseeing the legendary Star Wars films, and we're incredibly fortunate tonight to welcome as a very special guest the actor who plays the character C-3PO in that iconic movie franchise. Mr. Anthony Daniels is here. We look forward to meeting him later. So, as ever, a gentle reminder that if the force is with you and you do win an award tonight, please make your way up onto the stage, on one of the steps here, to give your acceptance speech here, after which you'll make your way backstage in that direction, definitely that direction, to a galaxy far, far away. And a final plea to you all, please, if you can, please keep your speeches nice and short. Think Yoda, short can still be very powerful. Gadewch I ni ddechrau ar y gwobrwyo felly. We begin proceedings with the awards for entertainment programme and television drama. To present them, a BAFTA-nominated actress who has become a viewer's favourite across her many on-screen roles. Getting On, Puppy Love, No Offence, Requiem, Bridget Jones, just some of the iconic titles that she has appeared in. She's about to star in the BBC and Netflix adaptation of Dracula and Channel 4's The Accident. And who could forget her brilliant performance as Director of Communications, Terry, in the BBC's genius comedy, The Thick of It. Please give a warm BAFTA Cymru croeso I Joanna Scanlon.
Nosweather pawb, it is truly lovely to be here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited, I can't tell you. The nominations in this year's entertainment category include the 50th anniversary of a famous song contest, weddings on a shoestring budget, a Tour de France winner, and a football-mad comedian. You know who you are, let's take a look.
Can I Gymru, dathlu'r 50.
Can I Gymru, y cystadlu, a'r cythrel canu. Mae'n rhan o'n diwylliant ni, ac yn rhan o'n gwylio ni ers hanner can mlynedd.
Can Cymru 75.
1987. 1994.
Can I Gymru 2004.
O hon, daeth trysora. Caneuon byth gofiadwy. A'r rhai am wahanol resyma.
Ellis James, Cic lan yr archif.
Os rhywbeth da chi at Ben Tost?
Oes, tro'r fucking music na bant.
Chi yw'r bwtsiwr a'r chemist yn Tregaron erbyn hyn?
Wel ie, fel ni mae'n swyddogol, Lynn, ti'n iawn? Ie.
Mae gif angen nawr i montage.
Geraint Thomas, Vive le Tour.
People tell you you can't be done, but you believe in yourself and you work hard. Keep going, you're going to have knocks, you're going to have downs, but keep believing and anything is possible. And, you know, with hard work, everything pays off in the end. And again, thanks for all the support. Really appreciate it. You've been amazing. We all appreciate it. Thank you very much, and vive le tour.
Priodas 5,000.
A da ni'n cychwyn y gyfres yma drwy drefnu prodas i Iola Ali am 5,000 o bunna ymlaen â ffestiniog.
Ti'n licio dias fi yn yw'r reit?
Yndw.
O, sbio Adolyn, mae ti'n rhoi dy beil o. Mae pawb yn deud bod hi'n bwrw glaw ymlaen â'i ffestiniog.
The first BAFTA Cymru Award of the night goes to Priodas 5,000. Diolch yn fawr iawn i BAFTA Cymru a i S4C yn enwedig Elen Rhys, y Comisiynydd, sy'n wastad mor frwdfrydig a chefnogol. Diolch i criw anhygoel. Does dim un cyfres yn llwyddo heb criw anhygoel tu ôl iddi. Ydyw hon ddim yn eithriad. Meinir Siencyn, cyfarwyddo. A celfydd a chydwybodol. Girl power go iawn ar y tîm cynhyrchu. Catrin Honeybill, Meleri, Bowen, Catrin Thomas, Lowry Farr, Bethan Hughes. Brilliant. Diolch i'r criwiau camera a sain yn wedig. Big up i Ianto a Johnny Cray. A mae'r diolch mwyaf am hwnni, heblaw Bŵm Cymru a Nia, sori, i'r ddau yma. Phil and Holly Who. Maen nhw jyst yn gyflwynwyr ddi-hafal, llawn hiwmor, taflu hyn mewn i'r rhaglenni, a fi'n meddwl bod fi'n iawn i weid bod nhw ddim wedi gweithio gyda'i gilydd o'r blaen tan y gyfres yma. So, dyn ni mor falch bod nhw wedi, a dyn ni mor falch ohonyn nhw, felly diolch yn fawr iawn.
Dwi dawod trwy gymryd ceg fi.
Tristan.
Mae ceg fi ddim yn rili sych. Diolch o galon i'r cypla i gyd, achos o'n i bai am y bobl yma sydd yn fodlon prodi ar y teli am 5,000 o bunna. Sa'n ni'n methu wneud o, felly mae'n diolch mwyaf ni yn mynd iddyn nhw i gyd, yn dydi?
Ie, ydy. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Ie, diolch yn fawr, nos da. Diolch.
Congratulations. Okay, despite the varied mix of themes in this year's television drama category, each programme boasts a wide-ranging team of individuals, united by their limitless aptitude and boundless dedication. This year also sees strong female leads in each of the nominated programmes. In a category sponsored by Cardiff Council, here are the nominees.
Doctor Who.
Stand up now.
I don't think I should have to.
Are you going to stand up?
No.
Enid a Lucy.
Das Hund.
Bitch bach. My bloody sorry.
In My Skin.
What's the matter? Okay, come out, Bethan. Don't! Okay, touch my daughter. Beth, get behind me now! No one's going to hurt her. Put the chair down, Trina. We're not going to hurt her. Touch my daughter and I'll kill you! Step outside! Step outside! Sit! Stop! Help me, someone! Okay.
On the Edge, Through the Gates.
Look, whatever happened today, you've been doing so good. You are doing so good. The first bit's always the hardest.
Very powerful. The BAFTA Cymru Award goes to In My Skin.
Now, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you so much, BAFTA. This was, sorry, this is just a pilot. We weren't expecting this yet. In My Skin is a really personal story for me, so to get this recognition so soon really means a lot. We're filming the series right now, so this is an amazing excuse for a knees up, so thank you. I approached the script with the mindset of find an amazing group of badass women who know more than you do and make a show with them, and you're looking at them. It's Gareth Evans, our exec producer, who supported me from when this was a one-page outline and has been the best collaborator I could have dreamed of. Gabby Creevy and Joe Hartley, who are truly the most phenomenal actresses you could ever imagine. Lucy Forbes, who is my dream weaver. She's our director, and I imagine something and she makes it real. Rachel Sheridan, our casting director, who found the best cast in the world, and Cheryl, our line producer. They're amazing. And also, they're men, but they're still badass. Benedict Spence, our DOP. And Andrew Ellard, our script editor, who is my partner in crime. Thank you so much, and this is for my mum. I love you.
Huge congratulations to you all, and thank you. Diolch yn fawr iawn, Joanna. Ymlaen â ni felly, 3 categori nawr, gan ddechrau gyda'r wobr am newyddion a materion cyfoes. To present our next categories, 2 talented young actors who between them have an impressive roll call of achievements. One was a series regular in S4C's Bang, as well as playing Jake Vickers in the BBC police drama Cuffs. The other is about to be seen in the BBC and HBO adaptation of Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials. Please welcome Jacob Ivan and Morfydd Clark.
Noswaith dda bawb, mae'n bleser bod yma heno. The nominees in this category are all fine examples of news and current affairs making, reporting on critical moments with captivating coverage.
In a category sponsored by Working Word, let's take a look at their exceptional work. Dyma'r enwebiadau.
Ein byd.
Dwi yn Istanbul, dinas fwyaf Twrci, yn dilyn merch o Gymru sy'n cael un o'r llawdriniaethau cosmetig mwyaf peryglus sydd I gael. BBL, Brazilian Butt Lift. Mewn ysbyty yng nghanol y ddinas, mae Sally Hughes di bod dan sylw'r llawfeddig ers dros awr. A dwi ar fin mynd mewn I weld shwt mae'n siapo dau.
Dr Jenkins yn barod I fynd mewn.
The Universal Credit Crisis.
When universal credit was first proposed 8 years ago, it had widespread political support to ensure that work always paid more than claiming. It combines 6 benefits, including job seekers allowance, working and child tax credits, and crucially for our story, housing benefit. Under the old system, the government paid housing benefit directly to the council and many other landlords.
Y byd yn ei le.
Ddechrau 90au yma yn Norwy, roedd na ddadlau ffyrnig ynglyn â'r posibilrwydd o ymuno ar Undeb Ewropeaidd. Roedd y gwleidyddion ar y cyfan yn y Senedd fan hyn o blaid, ond gwerin gwlad yn erbyn o 52% I 48. Swnio'n gyfarwydd? Wel, yr ateb ar y pryd I Norwy oedd cyfaddawd. Cytundeb agos gyda Brwsel, ond cadw hyd braich hefyd. Os yna gliw fanna, un dyfodol ni falle, y tu fas i'r Undeb Ewropeaidd.
Cyflwynyr y wobr I. The BAFTA Cymru goes to the Universal Credit Crisis.
Thank you very much, BAFTA. And thank you very much to Wales Investigates, who, along with Panorama, commissioned this and allowed us to look at something that's very important to people. If you're down on your luck, what you really want is the system to work for you and not to give you more problems and cause crisis and put people into real jeopardy. And to make a program like this, you need a team. And thank you very much to Catherine Nye for excellent presenting, Maria, who co-produced this with me, and the camera crews, the editors, the many people. Did spent many years, felt like years, felt like months, tracking people down to make sure they were prepared to speak to us, to give us the trust, if you like, to talk about going through difficult times in their lives. So diolch yn fawr iawn am hwn, diolch yn fawr iawn.
There have been many outstanding examples of photography in factual programming this year, enhancing the visual experience of a diverse range of subjects.
Sponsored by Gennaro, let's take a look at the nominees in this category.
May Williams, The Incurable Optimist.
We're probably thinking today is going to be a bit more spasmy than yesterday, but that's to be expected, and she's going to push herself as much as possible because we've got that leeway with the meds as well, and obviously she's only here for a week, so she wants to enjoy it as much as possible. So it's looking good at the minute.
Johnny Cray and Griffith Davis, Anorak.
Beth o be fi wir yn licio bod wedi canu Gymraeg ac yn Gernyweg, yw fi'n teimlo bod mae rhywsut yn amddiffyn fi, mae fel rhyw fath o, fi'n teimlo bod rhyw fath o ffilm anweledig yng nghwmpas i sy'n edrych ar yn ôl i.
Richard Hughes, Secret Life of Farm Animals.
Have you ever stopped to wonder what's really going on in the fields you pass? We're combining some of the country's best traditional farms in one sun-dappled ideal. Sheep from the hill farms of Snowdonia, pigs via Abergavenny, and cattle courtesy of Cardigan Bay.
Cyflwynyr y wobr I, the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to
Johnny Cray a Griffith Davis and a round.
Diolch yn fawr iawn. This was a self-financed passion project, so I've got a few thank yous, a list of thank yous. Because nobody on this production, on the technical side, got paid a penny for the work they did. And it took me 3 years to finish the film, so it's been a long while. My core team was the Hugh Stevens, Johnny Cray, Jules Davis, and my soundman, and Maddock Roberts, the editor. You've all been nominated this evening, so hopefully that goes a little way towards making up for the lack of checks in the post. David App, Crank Audio, gave me an amazing 5.1 mix, and his team. Bait Graphics did the graphics. The team at Gorilla, thank you ever so much, because I think we edited the taster tape for this back in 2015, and I've been kind of knocking on their door ever since, and I still am actually with DVDs and all that kind of thing. So Eve, Rich, Christy, Mark Bankhead and many others, thanks to you. Mark Evans, Mark, my executive brother-in-law. Who else? Boomerang, obviously my colleagues at Boom, and S4C came on board late last year and paid for the film to be transmitted. So if it wasn't for that, then the film would never have been seen, and it would only have been myself and Maddock to have seen the film. So that, you know, thanks for that. And the bands, obviously, if it wasn't for the bands and the music, there wouldn't be a film. And lastly, my wife, she's been on stage already this evening, so it's going to be a good night in our house. She's won an award, and she translated the film for subtitles, allowed me to go off on weekends and days off to film over the 3 years. I did break into a few piggy banks at home to fund the film. So, diolch Gareth, thank you very much. And lastly, I've got to thank the kids. Martha, Greta, Levi Charles, I will pay you back. And it's time for bed, if you're watching. Diolch yn fawr. Johnny Cray.
So fe wedi cael lot o amser I fi weid I byd, so licen ni just diolch I Griff fe nath wneud hwn I gyd I ddigwydd, a fi'n credu bod hi'n ffilm arbennig sy'n bwysig i'n hunaniaeth ni fel Cymru. Diolch yn fawr.
Documentary makers use the power of moving image to bring real stories to life. Stories that are sometimes thrilling, sometimes poignant, but always undeniably beautiful.
In a category supported by Aberystwyth University, the nominees are
Being Frank, the Chris Seavey story.
You either loved him or you hated him.
He's fantastic. He's such a fever pitch of excitement.
There is a different way of looking at the world. There's a different way of acting in this world.
The only true performance is that which achieves madness. And there are moments where it achieves madness.
Critical, inside intensive care.
People can arrive in critical care from A&E, from the wards, or following surgery, but all require the help of the staff here to keep them alive.
We certainly look after the sickest patients in the hospital, and for patients that come to hospital that start to go into organ failure, that's often dealt with on intensive care.
The job.
Drych. Chdi, fi ac IVF.
Reit sydyn, rili. Sorry.
I'm very pleased to say the procedure went really well. I could collect 4 eggs, and I'm very happy with these 4 eggs because sometimes we see with lower response, like some of the follicles are just empty and no eggs, so it's great and great news.
Sperm today, I've just checked the results are fine, so concentration is 149 million, which is fine. Anything above 15 is normal.
Pantomime in Port Talbot, Balls of Steel.
In the shadow of Port Talbot's great steelworks lies Taibach Rugby Club.
A bit nervous, but am I not too bad thinking about it? What a bow or two, mate.
Manager, they're a baroness or a stripper.
Stop it! Tonight is a special night. The 50th anniversary of their legendary Christmas pantomime.
We're doing it for those people sat up there tonight.
Cyflwynir y Wobbery, the BAFTA Cymru Awards goes to Critical Inside Intensive Care.
Everyone says wow, but wow. I don't know what to say. Diolch yn fawr BAFTA Cymru, diolch yn fawr BBC Cymru as well for commissioning this film and supporting it from the start. So thank you, Nick Andrews, for commissioning it, and to Christina McCauley, our commissioning editor as well. Let's say a massive thank you to these two behind me, Al Edwards, our editor, and to Jess Howe, our amazing producer. I'd also like to say thank you to everyone at Folk Films, Steve Robinson, our executive producer, who's always been there to support and guide us, and to the entire Folk Films team. We couldn't do it without them. But the biggest thank you of all must go to the staff from the NHS and the critical care unit in the Royal Gwent. A few of them are here this evening, so I don't know where they are, but they're here somewhere. So thank you very much, guys. And also thank you to all the patients and their families who allowed us to share their stories and trusted us to do it. And finally, I'd like to say that when we were making the film, someone said to me, to paraphrase, that the NHS, like all big institutions, isn't perfect, but we're very lucky to have it, and we should do what we can to preserve it. So, diolch yn fawr. Diolch yn fawr iawn, Jacob a Morfydd, and now we all know what a BBL is as well. Now, the work of BAFTA Cymru goes far beyond these awards. Backed by a valued and growing membership of creative industry professionals, this network of talented practitioners plays an active part in supporting BAFTA's work and initiatives. Welsh membership in 2019 is the highest it has ever been. Yn sefydliad sydd wrth raidd y diwydiannau creadigol yng Nghymru, mae'n mynd o nerth i nerth, o hyd yn croesawu aelodau newydd yn ddyddiol. Now, since last year's ceremony, BAFTA Cymru has hosted 112 events involving around 200 industry speakers with 6,000 attendees. From preview screenings, networking events and workshops to Q&As with young people and screenings in hospices, cinemas and teepees. A lot of hard work has been put into ensuring that events are far-reaching and representation is balanced. Over half of speakers involved were female, and the number of BAME representatives continues to increase. Let's take a look now at some highlights of BAFTA Cymru's recent events.
Luke Evans is the new BAFTA Cymru ambassador.
BAFTA are really good in terms of facilitating events like this, not just here in Cardiff, but also across the UK as well.
Some brilliantly engaging events there, gymaint o ddigwyddiadau diddorol wedi bod. Moving on now, here to present the awards for short film and breakthrough, a BAFTA Cymru award-winning actor, comedian and presenter who has fronted numerous programmes, including his own shows on S4C, BBC Radio Cymru and more recently on BBC Radio 4. He was hilarious in the recent BBC Wales comedy series Tourist Trap, the sitcom set in a dysfunctional Welsh tourism office. Rhowch groeso cynnes, please welcome Tudur Owen!
Diolch, Hugh. Noswaith dda, boneddigion a boneddigesau. Mae'n wirioneddol hyfryd bod yma efo chi ar y chlysur mor arbennig ag i gyflwyno gwobr yn y categori hwn. It is often the briefest moments that give the most lasting impressions. I've been asked to stick to the script. Sponsored by University of Wales, Trinity St David, here are the nominations for short film.
Ellen. Girl. Involuntary activist.
If people find out, it could really affect my future, you know? Financially and everything. Emery might even lose his job.
I'm sorry, what? So by me being there with my husband for 5 years, I'm gonna what, ruin your future? Emery's gonna lose his fucking job.
Stuffed.
Great pork, Gwen. Really juicy. Thanks. Well, Crawford helped, didn't you, darling?
How is yours, Crawford?
Don't. You must think I'm mad. What was I thinking? He obviously can't eat it. He always has to have sauce with his pork.
Cyflwynir y wobr I the BAFTA Cymru goes to Girl.
This is terrifying. Thank you for this. This is a film about periods, and half of the people in this room will have had a period. And I think it's really important that we all talk about it because it's something that happens to a lot of people. So yeah, thank you. Thank you to the crew. Thank you to Naomi. Thank you to Thinks for supporting the film. Yeah, this is amazing. Thank you.
Celebrating new and emerging talent in our industry is a key focus of the BAFTA Cymru Awards. Through recognition in the Breakthrough Award category, we can encourage and nurture this talent, ensuring that creativity and excellence are assured for years to come. Dyma'r enwebiadau here are the nominees.
Kai Morgan, digital producer.
I'm Andrew Biggie Morris, aka ABM, from the Rhondda Valley, South Wales. Put the camera down, I record myself and just go over it. So it's like, oh, bam, up the book. On Insta, bam, on Twitter, bam. Conor McGregor shared on his fan page. Some guy who had a tattoo on my face, on his leg.
Jamie Jones, writer and director of feature film Obey. Seren Jones, presenter of Zimbabwe, Taid a Fi.
Gan mam ar allwedd i'r wlad anhygoel yma. Dyma lle cafodd ei magu tan i'r teulu symud i Brydain ar ddechrau'r 70au, pan oedd hi'n 12 oed. Roedd Taid, neu Secwrw yn yr iaith Sionan, yn ysgrifennydd yn Llundain i Zanu PF, y blaid fi mam grym ers annibyniaeth yn 1980.
Steffan Kennydd, actor in Enid a Lucy.
Oh, who said my bloody drink giddy? Bullshit!
Dro ffôn fi o'n.
Petra ala kisses.
Ti'n rhoi ffôn nôl.
Ti'n mwyn fucking ein I fi.
Dro ffôn fi o'n. Beth ti'n neud?
Cyflwynir y wobr I, the BAFTA Cymru award goes to Jamie Jones, Obey.
Thank you. Thank you, BAFTA. I haven't prepared a speech or anything, so I'm just going to kind of improvise right now. So I just want to say a big shout out to all the other nominees, because trying to break through in this industry is a fucking nightmare. So big up to all of you for trying. I think everyone agrees here. Also, obviously, it's just me up here now, but there was just loads of people that were involved in making this film, hugely talented people, and thank you to all of them, especially my wife who produced the film, who said that she would kill me if I didn't thank her, and she fucking meant it. Just super quickly, I also want to thank my family who are also over there and have supported me every step of the way, and they're legends, my sisters and my mum and dad, and I'm writing a script with my dad right now, so yeah. It's great. It's been a great journey. So I think that's it. I'm just going to keep it super short. So I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, fanghyfechiadau mawr, a diolch yn fawr iawn Tudur. Coming up, the first of tonight's special awards, the Shawn Phillips Award. But before that, 3 further categories, starting with editing. To present them, an actress whose impressive list of credits includes Hinterland, Hidden, Bang, E4's Misfits, and the popular Channel 4 and Netflix series Black Mirror. Joining her, an alumnus of the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, who, in addition to roles in the Netflix comedy drama Sex Education and Sky's Discovery of Witches, recently played one of the lead roles in the second series of Golden Globe and BAFTA award-winning thriller Killing Eve. Please put your hands together. Croeso cynnes nawr I Gwyneth Keyworth and Edward Blumell.
Nobody's work can be shown in its most eminent light without the diligent attention to detail of a fine editor.
This year, the category continues to be sponsored by key event partners Gorilla. Gadewch i ni fwynhau blas y waith y pedwar.
Madoc Roberts, Anorak. Al Edwards, Critical, Inside Intensive Care.
Hello, sir. Lots of activity, lots of new people, OK? You're in the intensive care unit at the Royal Gwent Hospital.
For the patients in the critical care unit of Newport's Royal Gwent Hospital, lives hang in the balance.
By default, anyone who gets into intensive care is life-threateningly unwell and has a significant risk of dying.
Angharad Owen, Enid a Lucy.
Lucy? Yes!
Mali Evans, Traitors.
Now, wait. Confirm or deny?
Yes, come on.
The Ministry of Supply is pushing nuclear power plants because our Mr. United Nations World Peace Actley wants to build a nuclear bomb for ourselves.
Come on, Win, confirm or deny?
Not playing that game.
What is the point of inviting the Chief Whip of the Labour Party to dinner if he won't spill any beans?
Here.
And the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Madoc Roberts.
Diolch BAFTA Cymru. I'd like to thank, editors, we can't do anything without the pictures, so I'd like to thank Griff and Johnny, who you saw earlier on, for producing such fantastic pictures. Thank you, Griff, Johnny. Jules, the sound on this is amazing. You know, what would a program about music be without fantastic sound, and Jules certainly supplied that. My main thanks goes to Griffith, obviously Griffith Davis, who's made this project, just started off his own back, and people talk about passion projects and doing things for love, and that's what you see on the screen with this film, is Griff's love of Wales and his passion for Welsh music. So I think, we worked together for 20 years, I think, at least, doing this type of stuff, and what's important, I think, is that there's something for young people to, when they get to that age, to express themselves and to rebel, and to be able to rebel and express yourself in Welsh as well, otherwise you're going to rebel in English, aren't you? So I'd like to thank Al Edwards, an old friend of mine, who was nominated tonight. I'd like to thank my wife Susan for putting up for all those evenings and weekends and weeks I was supposed to have off and didn't. And my mother. I had one of these before and forgot to thank my mother. So thanks, Mum, for giving me my love of film and my love of Wales. And I think that's what you see on the screen, is Wales looks absolutely fantastic in this film. So the tourist board should thank Griff. Thank you all very much. Diolch.
In factual programme making, it is the director's responsibility to represent influential stories that really matter, capturing critical moments that are both thought-provoking and stimulating.
sponsored by the Capital Law. The nominees in the Director Factual category possess these abilities in abundance. Dyma'r enwebiadau.
Griffith Davis, Anorak.
Mae gennych chi Lerpwl a Manceinion jyst lawr y ffordd, a mae yna fatha synergy ar yr ochr yna hefyd, really, efo'r fatha dylanwad sy'n dod o fanny, a mae mor haws i fynd fanny prynu records, mae'n haws i fynd fanny gwylio gigs, mae'n haws i fynd fanny gwylio gigs mawr, os ti eisiau mynd i weld, rhywbeth mewn arena, reit lawr i rhywbeth eitha obscure, and
his existence was like.
James Hale, Hidden Wales with Will Millard.
I might get a sense of how life was for these ancient hunters.
Well, this cave is, well, it's a bit hairy to get into at the best of times. So the only option is to climb in over the top. But to make matters worse, this sea mist has just rolled in from nowhere. It's turned the visibility down from a couple of miles to no more than about 30 metres.
May Williams, the incurable optimist.
Left turn. I was born with this unique and complex condition that has no name. That means I could die any day. Fudgety, fudgety, fudge, ow. Without it, I wouldn't have done half the things that I've done, and I wouldn't be half the person that I am today. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Swansea, and my world is full of love.
Suzanne Phillips, Andrew Davis, rewriting the classics.
He's distilled a book that thick into 6 hours of television, which is about that much.
Andrew has previous on global classic literature.
Working on War and Peace, I've really got a taste for doing great big adaptations. I wasn't daunted by something as big as Les Mis.
The BAFTA Cymru Award goes to May Williams, the incurable optimist.
I'm going to say a few words first, and then I'm going to hand over to you, because you've got better things to say than me. Dwi jyst eisiau diolch yn fawr iawn I bawb oedd yn cysylltu efo'r rhaglen yma. BBC Cymru, I Madog Robert sy'n newydd adael, dyna rhywbeth arall gwych mae oedd yn ei lenni. Ag I Gwenllian Hughes yn fwyaf yn Kailash Films, heb Gwen sy'n hyn byth yn digwydd. Hefyd I y boys yn Cranc ag I Emyr yn Gelert, diolch yn fawr iawn iddyn nhw gyd. It's not often you get to make a programme about someone amazing. So it's been a pleasure to do this, and I don't know what else to say. She's got a lot more things to say than I have. So over to you, Aim.
I know he's mostly dragged me up here so he doesn't have to talk anymore, because I know he hates being on camera more than anything. Telling this story has been one of the most difficult things I've done, but also one of the things I'm absolutely proudest of. And it's been an honour to work with Mai and Gwen, who I consider two of absolute geniuses to work with, but two of the best people that I'm friends with, and who have made my life a far more beautiful and better thing by being in it. We told this story, and I told this story for all the people out there, and particularly for the young adults who get up every single day and just try to live life knowing that that day could be their last. And I'm really, really proud of the impact it's had. And my mum would kill me if I didn't say thank you to her and my dad, who raised me to be the person I am. And thank you to all the incredible nurses and doctors and carers, and especially to the friends and family and adopted family like this person here, who've made my life possible by keeping me alive and made it a truly marvellous adventure that I feel incredibly lucky to have. So thank you very much.
In the factual series category tell real stories that inform, instruct and enlighten their audiences.
Sponsored by Acuity Law, let's take a look at those that made the shortlist.
Four vehicles.
The Crash Detectives.
3 and a Merc 4. Right, let's get to work. Initially, at any collision scene, it's chaotic and surreal. There's a flurry of activity of trying to find out the basics. Who's involved? How many people are injured? Where are the witnesses? Which cars are involved in amongst the melee? And then it's the slow process of finding out, okay, what exactly has happened here?
Cynefin.
When mam yn had yn ysgol, yn sgwr, when mam yn nghyfraith yn ysgol, a when ni'n cerdded 2 milltir, bob dydd 4 war. O chi? Wen, 4 war lawr trwy hwm, ond pan mae'r gloch yn mynd yn bore, a prynawn chi mae ble wen ni'n mynd. Le? Land rall hwnna, land yna, land yna. Ie? A fyna wen ni'n ware.
O wir? Felly, mas o dir ysgol, byddech chi'n mynd a dianc?
Wel, oedd yn byd na stopo ni, Lwyr.
Hidden Wales with Will Millard.
This place just keeps going down and down. The amount of construction work to make it just function as a workplace is astounding.
Fred, what on earth is this place?
This is the Caban.
It looks like a little pub.
Felindre, Hospital of Hope.
More than 700 people work at Felindre, providing services to 1.5 million citizens across South East Wales and beyond. Each year, staff here welcome 5,000 new referrals and 50,000 outpatients. Like any large hospital, there are nurses and porters, domestics and admin staff. But because this is a specialist cancer centre, there are also those who have unique expertise in disciplines like radiotherapy and chemotherapy.
Cyflwynir y Wobbery, the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Felindre, Hospital of Hope.
Diolch yn fawr iawn, BAFTA Cymru. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. This means the absolute world. I was so passionate about making this series because Felindre really is a special place, and as the title suggests, it is filled with hope, even in the darkest of times. So thank you to Jonathan Hill for commissioning the series. Thank you to Ruth for voicing it. I know that Felindre has a special place in your heart as well. Thank you to John Geraint and to Llynos for execing the series. Thank you to Toby, thank you to Blevin, Thank you to Claire for helping me make this series. But most of all, thank you to all of the staff who work tirelessly at Valindra. They really, really are heroes. And the biggest thank you goes to all of the contributors who allowed us to follow them. It really wasn't easy for them, but they gave of their hearts. And this is dedicated to Alison, to Rebecca, and to Kev, who unfortunately are no longer with us, but I know are looking down on us today. So, diolch yn fawr iawn. Thanks so much.
Llongyfarchiadau mawr. Nawr, mae'r amser wedi cyrraedd i ni droi at y cyntaf o'n gwobrau arbennig heno, wedi gyflwyno gan bwyllgor BAFTA Cymru. Sponsored by Bad Wolf, the Shawn Phillips Award is an honour reserved for those who've made a significant impact in major feature films or network television programmes. This year's recipient is one of the most successful television producers of our generation. To tell us more, please welcome an actor who began his career as a series regular in Pobl y Cwm before appearing in hit network shows such as Misfits, Riviera, and even Family Guy. You might know him better as Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones. But tonight, he's Iwan Rhaeon.
Hello. I've written my own speech. Wel, mae'n anrhydedd mawr I fod yma heddiw. It's a special honour to be here today, to be presenting this award to someone who I owe everything to, really. As Hugh just said, she gave me my first job in Pobl y Cwm a few years ago when I was 17. And yeah, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. But, you know, I think I just remember feeling that, not as a producer, but as a mentor she was, and how she sort of encouraged me and pushed me and challenged me and inspired me, and then sort of encouraged me to go off and try and get into drama school and stuff. And she even sat and listened to my speeches in her office. So I wouldn't be here presenting this award if it wasn't for this amazing woman. And I think her ability to find the best in people really sets her apart. And yes, and I think it's what makes her the formidable and amazing person that she is. So shall we have a look at some of her work? Mae'n anrhydedd I gael dweud bod gwobr BAFTA Cymru Shawn Phillips yn mynd I Bethan Jones. This year's recipient of BAFTA Cymru's Shawn Phillips Award is Bethan Jones.
Well, I've got a speech. I better wrote it down because I won't be able to speak otherwise. Gyntaf oll, diolch o galon BAFTA. Mae gymaint o fraint derbyn gwobr sy'n dwy'n enw talent enfawr fel Shawn Phillips. Actores sydd wedi ysbrydoli cymaint ohono ni. Ac mae'n dal I greu gwaith syfrdanol hyd heddiw. A dwi wedi cael y fraint o gydweithio fe hi cwpl o weithiau. I was completely stunned when I heard about this. Brian Minchin was convinced I must be ill. And to be honest, I've been feeling nauseous for weeks, thinking about standing here. Julie Gardner knows me so well. Thank you, Julie, for your lovely words. You gave me the opportunity to learn from the best. And thanks too to the genius that is Tom Shankland, who's an amazing collaborator. I've been really lucky to be in the right place at the right time. and work with brilliant people. Andrew Davis, oh, he's there, I see him now. It's been an absolute privilege to work on so many of your amazing scripts, and I've been able to bask in the reflected glory of great Welsh talents like Andrew and Russell and many others. As someone said once, if you work with people that are better than you, then you get to look really good, and I've got to look good because of others. Mae gymaint o bobl I ddiolch iddyn nhw o ddechrau fy ngyrfa teledu. I started working in television quite late, having spent lots of years directing in the theatre. And two people who sadly no longer with us set me on that TV path. The first was Peter Edwards, who'd been a supporter of the theatre work and suggested to Branwen Kennard that I might be worth training up as a director for TV drama. And the other was Terry Dudgan-Jones, who after I'd been directing on Pobl y Cwm, suggested I should apply for the series producer job, which was my first ever producing job in television, so that was a baptism of fire. And I'd never have got through all of that without the teams there, in particular Ailes Hatcher, who taught me that the only way to eat an elephant was a slice at a time. And I'm still working on that. I learned so much working on that series, which of course has been the starting point for so many careers, not least Iwan. Diolch I ti, Iwan, am gyflwyno hwn I mi heddiw. Mae'n golygu cymaint, a dwi wrth y modd yn dilyn dyrfa disgled di. But the main bit of lucky timing for me, and the reason I'm actually standing here, was the arrival of Julie Gardner as head of BBC Wales Drama, who brought with her the unique talent of Russell T Davies. So many of us working in TV drama here owe our careers to them. Julie and Russell's vision was to build from the ground up, focusing on building skills here in Wales. And that legacy continues with Brian, who I mentioned, Eiros Lynn, Helen Rayner, Elwen, Rowlands, Nikki, Wilson, I see you over there, Joe, Pierce and Steph and Tracy and Arwell and Jenna and Lear, everyone who's brilliant and always happy to help whenever I call them. And Derek Ritchie, who just produced the amazing The Capture, who I tried to get for my next production, but he's not available. I'll keep asking. I know there are many more. And not just those who worked in that department. The success of Doctor Who, Torchwood, the Sarah Jane Adventures meant that the confidence in the skills base here grew and helped build the local industry. We should never forget what sparked that. And I'm really sad that the department that gave birth to the drama city, as Russell insisted on calling it, it's not a city, it's not a village, Bethan, it's a city. We're thinking big, is what he said. And I'm sad to hear that the department has been so reduced recently. Russell and Julie, you taught me so much. Thank you. And thanks too to the companies who let me support their brilliant shows over the years, including the wonderful teams at Great Meadow, Playground, Johnny and Julian at Urban Myth, the brilliant Sue Virtue at Hartswood, Sarah Broughton at Modern, and my friends at Lookout Point, with a special mention to Faith Penhale, who's been such a brilliant partner in crime on some extraordinary adventures. No one person makes TV drama. It takes an army of talented professionals. And I've had the pleasure and privilege of working with so many brilliant, talented writers, directors, brave actors, terrific HODs and production crew members, with special mention to line producers and heads of production who hold it all together and make it happen despite the enormous challenges we present them as we drive the creative ambition in a world where there's never enough money. I think that's probably quite enough from me, but I should thank my family, because over the years they've put up with me working all hours, being away from home, missing important events, even abandoning them mid-family holiday, and they're still talking to me. But finally, I just want to say I'm really looking forward to making more drama in Wales next year, and hopefully working with many of you. Diolch o waelod calon BAFTA. Thank you, BAFTA, for this honour. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Diolch Iwan, a llongyfarchiadau mawr I Bethan. Ymlaen ni at y gwobrau nesaf a cyfle I ddathlu sain a cyflwynydd. We move on now to two further categories, sound and presenter, sponsored by AB Acoustics and Deloitte, respectively. Actually, can I just get a bit more bass in my monitors? Thank you very much. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, AB Acoustics. To hand out the awards, an accomplished actress of both stage and screen who's appeared in hit TV shows such as Holby City, Soldier Soldier, EastEnders and Doctor Who. She starred in crime drama Shetland and Channel 4's No Offence and could be seen later this month alongside Rhys Evans in On Bear Ridge at the Royal Court, London, following a critically acclaimed run at the Sherman Theatre. If you saw it, you'll know how brilliant it is. Please give a warm welcome, rhowch groeso cynnes I Ricky Iola.
Evening. The role of sound is crucial to the creative process, enhancing and enriching the cinematic and televisual experience. Let's take a look and a listen.
Jules Davis, Anorak. Production team, Cyngerdd Heddwch, Berlin. Production team, On the Edge, That Girl.
Ash, are you in there?
The BAFTA Cymru award goes to Jules Davis, Anorak.
Wow. Well, thanks BAFTA, and thanks to all the team on Anorak, and Hugh over there and everyone else, and Griff. And I haven't got a speech, so I'm just making this up now. I really want to thank my family for putting up with me disappearing all the time, Tam and Martha, and I want to thank all the other sound people that were involved. Two Shawns, Aled, Dav, and of course, Scott Morton, who's up there, waving at me now, and Drew. But especially want to thank Nick Stewart, who's no longer with us, who we all miss a lot. Cheers, BAFTA. Thanks a lot.
The next category showcases talented presenters in a wide range of circumstances, each one unique and compelling. The BAFTA Cymru nominations for presenter are
Adeola Dewis in Dock of the Bay.
60 years ago, crowds took to the streets for a very different reason. They were queuing at the box office to see the movie everyone was talking about. In 1959, audiences flocked to their local cinema to see a film that has since become a British classic, a tale of murder and friendship in Cardiff Stocklands. The film is, of course, Tiger Bay.
Hugh Edwards in We Will Remember Them.
The most ferocious public debate anywhere in Wales about commemorating the war dead took place here in the bustling town of Barry. Should there be a cenotaph to pay tribute to the 700 men who never returned from the Great War? Or should there be a memorial hall, something that would be of use to future generations? It's fair to say that the people of Barry took a while to work out the answer.
Hugh Stevens in Anorak.
Nes I gychwyn ar fy siwrne gerddorol I mewn gorsaf radio sbyty lleol ym Manghaerdydd. Ac ers hynny, fi wedi cael profiadau anhygoel mewn sawl agwedd o'r diwydiant. Fi wedi bod mewn band.
Will Millard in Hidden Wales with Will Millard.
Seeing this suffering for the first time, you can see as you look along its length, it is just studded in anemones. The natural history of this region has filled the vacuum that's been left by the carcass of this submarine and repossessed it for itself. It looks beautiful.
The BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Hugh Stevens.
Fix! Thank you, Reiki, and this is what happens. So everyone's asking, what happens if you win when you present? This is what happens. Doing Anorak was such a pleasure. I've worked with Griff over the years. He used to direct Bandit on S4C, which me and Hugh Evans used to present. So I've worked with him since my early 20s, and he's a brilliant director, and he's a dreamboat, and you never know what's quite going on when you're working with him. But it did take 4 years to make Anorak. He wanted to make a film about the Welsh language music scene, the 50 years of it that had been, and what had happened since the first rock band sang in Welsh, and what's happening now. And he wanted it to be seen by people who didn't know anything about it, as well as people here in Wales. Fi'n meddwl bod ti wedi gwneud job anhygoel. Mae pawb yn meddwl bod Anorak yn edrych mor beautiful. Felly llongwch ar y diolch Griff am adael fi gyflwyno fe. So gwir yw, oedd Anorak ddim really angen cyflwynydd, os mae'r gerddoriaeth yn fe'n anhygoel. So fi'n gobeithio fydd y ffilm yn cael ei weld eto gan bobl yn y dyfodol. Ac mae ennill hwn am gyflwynydd yn bril. Fi angen dweud diolch yn fawr iawn I Sara am adael I fi fynd off am nosweithiau a weekends I ffilmo ac I hangen o gwmpas rownd ein gwlad prydferth ni. Thank you, Sara, for letting me go and shoot at mad times over the 4 years to make this film. And just when it was about to get its debut, we were going to show it at the Eisteddfod, at a BAFTA showing in Cardiff last year, in Cardiff Bay. And we'd done it in 4 years. Everyone worked so hard on it. And Griff rang me up the night before, going, I wouldn't mind shooting one more link of you walking down Cardiff Central platform station. And I said, absolutely no chance whatsoever. And it was a pleasure to do. I've been chuffed to bits. Diolch yn fawr. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you. Hang on, okay, diolch yn fawr. Nawr te, we celebrate the achievements not only of our 26 winners this evening, but all of the nominees from the class of 2019, of course. And, as is tradition, we also pause to honour all of those artists who have left us since our last awards ceremony, whose work has entertained us and inspired us. Mae gwaith caled mewn wahanol feisydd wedi cael effaith ar nifer ohonom, a mae'n dyled iddyn nhw yn fawr. To pay tribute to their extraordinary lives and works, it's my great pleasure to introduce a singer from Bangor who has been making music since she was 11 and recently featured on BBC Radio Cymru, Radio Wales and Radio 1. She's a former BBC Horizons artist. She's a singer whose style has been described as expressive, fluid and emotional, taking inspiration from traditional folk music and even David Bowie. Un o'r artistiaid mwyaf talentog yma yng Nghymru. Tonight she performs her original songs for us, Aderyn and Bloom, as we pay respect to those friends and colleagues who are no longer with us. And we respectfully ask that any applause is reserved for the very end of the performance. Rhowch groeso cynnes, please join me in welcoming Cassie.
So na'i mawr a
Diolch Cassie for that beautiful and very moving performance. Nawn ni barhau heno gyda actor sy'n rhan o draddodiad parhaus Cymru o gynhyrchu actorion hynod dalentog. 2 further categories now, and to present them, a Welsh actress about to appear in the Sherman Theatre's production of the Ibsen play Hedda Gabler, and whose television credits include Bang, Hidden, Hinterland, and Pili Pala, which has just finished airing on S4C. Rhowch groeso cynnes, please welcome Nia Roberts. Diolch ti, Nia.
Noswaith dda, good evening. As well as celebrating achievement in TV and film, tonight we also acknowledge the contribution of the games industry in Wales, which BAFTA Cymru continues to champion. Trwy ei gwaith, mae'r enwebion heno wedi dangos ei bod yn feistri yn ei meysydd amrywiol. Here are the nominees for Game.
Cycle 28. Super Stacker 3. Time Carnage VR.
Cyflwynir y wobr I, and the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Time Carnage VR.
Can I just start by saying my wife's watching this with her friends on the live feed. We did it, first and foremost, and secondly, I definitely won't be on the last train home. Oh, I dropped it. I definitely won't be on the last train home on the Valley lines tonight, okay? So, me and Rich founded the company, Wales Interactive, and we came up with all the crazy ideas which this great team sort of make and realise. So that game, Time Carnage, we self-financed and is sold in 190 countries around the world. It's on PlayStation VR and in arcades, VR arcades all around the world as well.
Very true. And also, we don't get out very much, so please say hello later.
So, just like to say thank you to BAFTA Cymru for the continued recognition, I suppose, for games as an art form. It is really much appreciated by the growing games industry in Wales. Diolch yn fawr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sponsored by Ken Picton, the artists in this year's makeup and hair category have really made their on-screen talent look the part, bringing to life a thriller about a mystery disappearance, a Netflix period horror film, and the story of a talented singer, pianist, and composer. Dyma'r enwebiadau. Here are the nominees.
Claire Pritchard-Jones, Keeping Faith, Un Bore Mercher. Claire Williams, Apostle.
Slowly. Slowly your body will drift.
Thank you. James Spinks, Morfydd.
Cyflwynyr y wobr I, the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Claire Williams, Apostle.
I was really, really proud to head the makeup team that worked on Apostle. So primarily, I'd like to thank Kate Roberts, Inma, Laura, Francisca, Katie, and especially Connell Palmer, who made all our prosthetics. Thanks to Ed Tarvan, 7 Screen. Thanks to Gareth Evans. And thanks to my husband, Adrian, who supported me in this career for the last 30 years. So this is a special award for me. Thank you very much.
Oh, congratulations, a diolch yn fawr iawn, Nia. Now, what happens when a world-famous rock star meets a manager of an iconic high-end department store, I hear you ask? Well, we're about to find out as we welcome 2 familiar faces of film and television who have played some very exciting roles in recent years. One has just portrayed the legendary guitarist Brian May in the Oscar-winning Queen biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, you might have heard of it, and the other is a boy from Trim Salan, whose impressive CV includes a discovery of witches, Baptiste, and the ever-charming Victor Colliano in ITV's Mr Selfridge. Pleser mawr wedi cael gwahodd yr actorion yma i'r llwyfan I gyflwyno'r gwobrau nesaf. Please welcome Gwilym Lee and Tristan Gravel.
Mae'n hyfryd gael bod yma I gyflwyno gwobrau'r categorau nesaf hyn. Imagining and creating new worlds is the fundamental responsibility of a production designer.
Sponsored by Dressed, let's take a look at the work of these accomplished artists.
Arwel Wyn Jones, Doctor Who. Meredith, Black Mirror, Bandersnatch.
Having a film night?
James North, A Discovery of Witches.
Notes and queries. Where are you? God damn.
Thomas Pierce, Apostle.
Your tickets ready, please.
All printed materials, corrupting images, ornaments and decorations from the mainland are strictly forbidden. Clothing and heirlooms only.
A cyflwynir y wobr I, the BAFTA Cymru Award, goes to Catrin Meredith, Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
Diolch I BAFTA Cymru am yr gwobr hwn. Never learnt that properly. This was quite an experimental project. It wasn't really categorised anywhere in particular because it was almost a game and it was a production. It was about 5 hours worth of designing for the 1 hour that people actually got to watch it for. I had an amazing art department. Maggie Mushal, my set decorator, and Lisa Williams, who's here for graphics, and everyone else who made it such an incredible experience for me. It was incredibly challenging, but I think we'll all agree that when things are that challenging, it's when we produce our best work. So, diolch yn fawr Netflix, BAFTA Cymru, and everybody who was involved in my project. And sorry, Ellen, I did steal your makeup tonight, my daughter. Thank you.
Those shortlisted in this next category are masters of their art, using photography and lighting as a powerful tool to enrich their storytelling.
Tonight, we honour the exceptional abilities of these gifted artists. Sponsored by Elstree Light and Power, dyma'r enwebiadau. Here are the nominees for photography and lighting fiction.
Adam Etherington, Gwen. Rena Yang, On the Edge Through the Gates. Ryan Owen Edelston, The Fight.
56. All right.
The BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Adam Etherington, Gwen.
Wow, sorry, this is terrifying. This film really was a collaboration visually, and the person, there's many people I should thank, the person above all else is sitting over there, Will McGregor. His vision really was the foundation of the imagery in this film and the photography, and it's something we talked about and worked on for a long time. Also there's Hilary and Tom and Sam at Endor and all the people that at the BFI and Film Wales supported the film for so long. But most of all, we've got to say thank you to our crew, because we had some incredible people. Sam, Cami, Dougie, Chris, people that went above and beyond every single day, through wind and rain, shoveling mud to make this film possible. So this is very much for all of those people, and thank you so much.
Taking risks, maintaining a resolute vision and overcoming substantial obstacles. These are the decisive qualities required to be a director of great distinction.
The nominees in this category, sponsored by Champagne Taittinger, possess these qualities in abundance. Let's take a look at the shortlist.
Juan Carlos Medina, A Discovery of Witches.
No one's here. The bed's still under. She can't be far away.
We never are.
Where'd you come from, witch?
Take cover.
Lee Haven Jones, The Bay.
I can't let you through, mate. I'm his fucking dad. Let you through, mate.
Shawn,
get off me!
Come on, let's just go back.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Right, that's it, Nicky.
Boss.
He makes a big show of turning up here. The grieving dad, he went missing for an hour. He's lied about his movements on the night. There's a history of bad blood between them. If you don't nick him, Lisa, I will.
Mark Evans, Manhunt.
Watch this bay here. What street is this? Hampton Road. We pieced this together from 4 different bus cameras. Now, this white van appears sometime between 2200 and 2205. And by 2208, he's gone.
And that's, what, 100 yards from where Emily was attacked?
70, I'd take her.
There's a cricket screen, Scuff.
At the very least, he's a witness.
At the very least.
Rhys Powys, Enid a Lucy.
What? I'm listening here. Ble mae'r bag, na? A stop a wario fyty. Nath y fenyw fach na sy'n byw dros yr elgol ti'n torri mewn i'r fan.
Ti di torri fucking drwy ni?
Fyddai'n torri rhywbeth arall mewn munud.
Ble mae'r bloody clown na, ne?
Dwi'n just gweithio'n ble mae!
Sa'n gwybod?
The BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Mark Evans, Manhunt.
Diolch yn fawr i BAFTA Cymru. Diolch yn fawr i ITV a Polly Hill. Thank you, ITV and Polly Hill. Diolch yn fawr i Buffalo, i Philippa, Martin, wonderful production company, and to the cast and crew. Thank you, everybody. All you really want as a director is good material and an opportunity. It's a bit of a bonus when you end up working with a bunch of really lovely people. It was a lovely experience. So thank you for that as well. I'm slightly chastened by the wonderful documentarists we've had up here tonight, talking about real stories and real lives, and I'm very aware that the loving in me is very happy to get this, but this was a story based on real events, so I hope that we were worthy of that story. That's my biggest hope, really, so diolch yn fawr. Finally, I'm very aware that I'm middle-aged and male and a bit boring, so in the interest of gender equality, I would like to thank 3 wonderful women who accompanied me tonight, my mother, my mother-in-law and my wife. Diolch yn fawr.
Llongyfarchiadau a diolch yn fawr iawn Gwilym a Tristan. Moving on now to the BAFTA Cymru Awards for Feature, TV Film and Writer. To hand them over, a journalist and presenter from Carmarthenshire, who's fronted shows such as BBC Wales' flagship studio debate programme, The Hour, and Radio 1's iPlayer series, The Gaming Show. He's also a broadcaster for Newsbeat and is a regular reporter for programmes including BBC Breakfast, Click and Crime Watch. Croeso cynnes, please give a warm welcome to Steffan Powell.
Helo, shwmai. Diolch yn fawr iawn I ti, Hugh. Mae fe'n pleser pur I fod yma ymysg gymaint o bobl mor talentog heno. It's a real privilege to be in the room full of such talented people here tonight. Now, this evening, the films that we're celebrating have inspired, they've moved and even encouraged their audiences into looking at things with a really different perspective. And sponsored by the Film and TV School Wales, here are the nominations for the feature television film.
Anorak.
Fi'n rhywun sydd wedi tyfu lan mewn lle fi'n teimlo'n gwahanol I pobl eraill a yr unig ffordd nes I ffeindio o ffitio mewn oedd I defnyddio'r iaith Cymraeg. So mae fe wastad yn rhywbeth pwysig I fi sôn am pryd mae'n dod I canu neu bod ar llwyfan a neu gigs a pethau. So fi wastad yn neud ymdrech I rhoi hwnna mewn cneuon fi.
Last summer.
It's close. It's by our house. Come on.
Oh my God.
Pink wall.
Oh my God. That's what you think. You think I'm... Oh my God. You want me to be your mom. Man, that's what you want.
No, I want you to back the fuck off.
Yeah,
I want you to learn how to back up.
I back up. I back up all the fucking time.
You don't back off with anybody. That's your whole MO. Is I don't back off.
What happened to my grandpa's painting?
Oh.
Cyflwynir y wobr, the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Last Summer.
With Anorak, I was sort of guaranteed that I wouldn't have to do this, so thank you so much. Making a film like this takes an awful lot of help, and there are so many people I have to thank. There's Paul Higgins and Jim Reeve, who kind of believed in the script, Film Cymru, thank you so much, and all the people who put in so much work for very little. Like Bang and Dragon DI, all the actors, the wonderful actors here, and Kat, who never got paid virtually a penny, I don't think, in all of this. Thank you so much. I'm really, really absolutely bowled over. I really didn't expect this. Thank you, guys. We're just going to run off with this now. Thank you.
I'm really sorry, you're stuck with me for one more. So with exceptional results, the nominees in this year's writer category have conveyed new worlds and brought gripping tales to life through their colourful imaginations. Sponsored by the Social Club Agency, let's take a look at some of their most celebrated moments.
Well, there I have to tell you that we disagree.
Andrew Davis, Les Miserables.
Really? I believe most of us are capable of good and evil. And how we turn out depends on our circumstances and how we are treated.
And has your own experience led you to that conclusion?
Yes, it has.
Lear Dafydd, 35 awr.
Dwi'n credu bod ni'n ennill y popularity contest yma penodol. 6-4. Dycha, 6-4. Mae fel bod nhw'n y cwrt yna, eh? A sy'n ni gyd yn gweud not guilty, sy'n ni'n ennill. Wyt ti'n meddwl bod ni'n gallu gael majority vote gyda 6-4?
Dwi'n deud eog, cofia.
O, bydde ti. Mae peth yn doom and gloom dy ti.
Be mae'n nefyd i fel?
Son i fod i drafod yr achos.
Owen Shears, the NHS, to provide all people.
The first of these was the hospitals. All previous plans for a national service had them staying under current control. But now, well, he wanted more than that. A service owned by the public, excellence for everybody. Only the state could achieve all that. Pay those bills. That's all there was for now. Only one solution. Nationalise the hospitals.
Russell T. Davis, a very English scandal.
What would you say you are, if it's obvious? Men and women, what are you, 50-50?
Well, more like 80-20. I mean, 80% for the ladies.
Yeah. Yes, I call myself 80%, but 80% gay.
Gosh, I'm not sure that word's ever been said within these walls before, and not in that context. My wife insists that gay means happy.
I think she's absolutely right.
Right te, cyflwynir y wobr I. The BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Russell T. Davis, A Very English Scandal.
Drama about lying politicians. Who thought that would be relevant today? Thank you. Diolch I BAFTA Cymru, and thank you to Blueprint and Dominic Treadwell-Collins and Stephen Frears and a magnificent cast. I was really very lucky. I'd like to actually pay tribute to the two men at the heart of this, Jeremy Thorpe and Norman Scott, whose lives were ruined by these events, but they were one bad man and one slightly mad man who lived in a world that had no place for them. One with enormous power and one with no power at all, neither of whom could be themselves. And I think, you know, no matter what they did, the world kind of pushed them into wrong shapes, and so they did wrong things. And over the years, I think their story was told... Actually, I was very lucky because their story was told by straight people. And so I was lucky enough to come along and look at these two men. Frankly, it's about a middle-aged man who falls in love with a young man who takes too many drink and drugs. I get it. That's a Friday. So... But bless those two, bless, you know, in the memory of Jeremy Thorpe and the still living Norman Scott. I hope we did them justice. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Congratulations, Russell, and well done to the winners. Announced by Stefan there. Thanks to Stefan for being here as well. The only man on Radio 1 who makes me sound like I'm from Oxford. And next up, the awards for special and visual effects, children's programme and costume design. And to hand them over, two actresses who've both recently appeared in the critically acclaimed and BAFTA-winning Keeping Faith, playing Faith's best friend Lisa and law firm assistant Delith, respectively. I gyflwyno'r gwobrau heno, rhowch groeso cynnes I Kath Ayres a Suzanne Packer.
Noswaith dda, good evening. Mae'n bleser mawr cael bod yma gyda chi gyd heno. Judging by the nominees in this category, Wales is clearly at the forefront of progressive filmmaking when it comes to special and visual effects.
Sponsored by Bomber Studio, the following highlights offer just a small insight into their contribution. Dyma enwebiadau.
Bait Studio, Apostle. Production team, Doctor Who, The Doctor Falls. Real SFX, final score.
The BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Bait Studio Apostle.
Thank you very much to BAFTA Cymru. This was 6 months of really hard work, so we really appreciate this. Thanks to Gareth Evans, who was an amazing director to work with, Ed Talvan, and Adam Tersakian, who produced. I have some names here that I'd like to read out. This is the, oh gosh, look at that. It's quite nerve-wracking being on stage in front of all these people. But we're actually quite a small team working on this. You know, visual effects traditionally has like hundreds and hundreds of people, but I can actually read out every single person who worked on the film with us here. So in alphabetical order, Adrian, Alejandro, Alicia, Dimitri, Daniel, Dan, David, Jamie, Joe, Lear, Nick, Paul, Rory, Santry, Tony, Will, and Lucy, Molly, and our production team. Thanks to Pete Rogers, who's our VFX producer. I've got Tony and Claire on stage with me here, who did amazing work. Tony compositing, and Claire is our lead CG artist. So thank you very much. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
I'd like to make an additional thank you to Christian for his role as VFX supervisor, both on set and in the studio. I'd also like to thank my wife and daughter, and actually in turn the families of all our amazing crew for their patience and understanding when we put in some long hours to get this film over the line. Diolch yn fawr.
Creating content that engages, entertains and inspires young people is the difficult challenge set for those who make children's television programs.
Those who have achieved this are the talented people behind the brilliant shows in this category, supported by Canolfan S4C yr Egin. Mewn categori y mae cystadlu brwd amdano bob tro, dyma'r enebwadiad.
Cyw ar gerddorfa.
Helo, Cyw! A da chi'n gwybod be? Mae'r
Gernolfa yn dachwyd yn bwyd yn 90 oed eleni, felly tair boed i ciw ar Gernolfa. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
Deian a Loli ar ffarwel.
O'n i'n disgwyl neb tamp naw yma. O wel. Helo. Fi di enid hoff cytun. Fi fydd yn eich tywys chi i'r byd nesa. Enwa, os gwelwch yn dda.
Deian a Loli.
Deian a Loli, Deian a Loli. Am ryw reswm da chi ddim ar y rhestr. Ydych chi'n siŵr eich bod chi fod yma?
Chwilio am ein bochdew ni ydyn ni.
Going for gold.
I started playing when I was 5 and spent time in China with Mum where I had serious coaching. I even lived there for a while and went to school in Harbin, northeastern China.
Every Monday we had to sing the Chinese anthem. Like you had to put your hand on your head. I didn't really know the words, so I was just like they were putting that hand. So I put that hand because I didn't know. And then they were like, you put the wrong hand. I was like, sorry.
Prosiect Z.
Yna! Fyna set di deffro! Mae rhaid i chi bwysio! Bydd yn peint fod yn ofalus hedwch! Come on, boys. Come on. Good job, boys.
Cyflwynir y wobr i, the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Going for Gold. Yn hollol sioct am hyn. Diolch yn fawr iawn i BAFTA Cymru. Thank you very much to CBBC, to Kes Margery, and to Cheryl Taylor, sorry. Thank you to my amazing team. I couldn't have done it without Alison, the exec, Gina, amazing PM, and Shawn as well, who supported me throughout. But the biggest thanks really is to Anna and Aidan. What amazingly talented athletes they are. And I'm pretty sure that they will eventually come home with a bag full of medals for Wales in the future. They let us into our lives and they're so incredibly busy just training and working so hard. Anna currently lives in China because she wants to be the best in the world, and Aidan has recently come third in a world-class competition, the Red Bull cliff diving event, as a wild card, which is a truly, truly amazing achievement. So congratulations to both Anna and Aidan, and we wish them all the very best in their wonderful lives in the future. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Diolch. The nominees in our next category are distinguished as a group by the broad and diverse range of characters that they bring to life.
Their work is so proficient that there's nothing more fitting as recognition than a BAFTA Cymru Award nomination. Let's take a look.
Dawn Thomas Mondo, Morfydd. Dinah Colin, Gwen.
Somebody help!
Jane Spicer, Apostle.
The BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Dinah Colin Gwen.
This is incredible. I'm incredibly honoured, and the film was an extraordinary experience, and not least because of the writer-director, William McGregor, who created such a wonderful vision that I was able to follow. So that's a good thing. And for, you know, the great team, which is Dulcie. And, yeah. So thank you very, very, very much.
Nesaf heno, fydd hwn i wobr arbennig yr Academi Brydeinig yng Nghymru am gyfraniad rhagorol I ffilm a theledu. An honour bestowed by the BAFTA Cymru Committee, the BAFTA Special Award for Outstanding Contribution to Film and Television is supported by Welsh Government. This year, taking their place among an illustrious list of previous winners is a woman at the forefront of one of the biggest film franchises of all time. To present her with this prestigious accolade, it gives me enormous pleasure to introduce movie royalty. He's the only actor to have starred in every single film in the Star Wars franchise, including the very first in 1977. For the past 42 years, his extraordinary physical and vocal performances have provided the heart and soul of a beloved golden robot that has achieved legendary status. Please put your hands together for C-3PO himself, Anthony Daniels.
Some people know Lynwen Brennan as the person responsible for managing the amazing galactic Star Wars franchise. Some people know her as a leader in the visual effects industry. But everybody who knows her knows that she is Welsh. Almost like Blackpool Rock, it goes all the way down. A quote sits on her desk. To be born Welsh is to be born privileged. Not with a silver spoon in your mouth, but with music in your blood and poetry in your soul. Lynwen comes from a long line of strong women. Her grandmother was a scullery maid who worked hard to give her daughter a better opportunity in life. Lynwen's mother was the first to go to university. She imbued Lynwen with her unfaltering integrity and quiet strength and determination, something that would be important one September 31 years ago. Soon after graduating from university, Lynwen fell off a roller coaster, literally. She suffered major injuries to her leg, and the doctor said, with no audible pulse, her foot would have to be amputated. Her mum simply refused to accept such a dire assessment. Nobody was chopping anything off her baby. Even though doctors said it was hopeless, she massaged Lynwen's leg for hours upon end until finally they heard a very slight pulse. When Lynwen woke up from surgery, her mother was there smiling, Told you, if you want something enough, nothing is impossible. A year and multiple injuries later, Lin was finally able to walk unaided. She'd learned 2 lessons that became her guiding principles: never to take no for an answer, and anything is possible once you set your mind to it. She may also have learned not to fall off roller coasters, but amazingly, that year-long period of recovery opened an unexpected new door. Linwen's brother, Gareth, had been writing compositing and digital paint software for TV and had an idea how to apply a similar tool to the film industry. He started a company called Parallax and employed his sister as head of marketing. Nepotism is a wonderful thing sometimes. Parallax's first customer was Industrial Light and Magic, and the first film to use this new software, Jurassic Park. Wow. ILM's work in bringing those incredible dinosaurs to life was a watershed moment in the film industry and won an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. Watching Jurassic Park in the theatre was the moment that Linwen knew that one day she had to work for ILM. Thus, 9 years later, and on the other side of the world, Linwen walked through its doors for the very first time. Within 10 years, she was named as president of ILM by George Lucas, while she was on maternity leave, no less. Under her leadership, the company has grown to be a global entity. But the financial success and stability Linwen brought along doesn't tell the full story of her tremendous contribution. She brought heart and soul to ILM. A genuine interest in every single employee touches everyone. As much as she has become a caring mum to her employees, she is also known affectionately as the Welsh Dragon, as she stands up to the toughest of directors. Now, as general manager of Lucasfilm, she oversees Lucasfilm Games, ILM, and Skywalker Sound, whilst also managing her most important role, mum to her son Tom. In an industry dominated by men, she's become a role model for all women drawn to the technology and the art of visual effects. In 2016, Linwen was honoured by Her Majesty the Queen as a commander of the British Empire. She is a giant in our industry, and I'm not the only one to know that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to welcome to the stage the recipient of the Outstanding Contribution to Film and Television Award, Linwen Brennan.
So much. I had not seen that reel. Lynn Hale, our head of PR, she knows how hard it is to keep a secret from me in this company, and I know how she managed to do that, but she did it. So, Giacomo, and thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your kind words. You're such a legend, and you are, you know you are. And you're such a hero to me and to so many other people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to BAFTA Cymru for this incredible honour. I accept it on behalf of my 2 families, my work family and my home family. I walked into Industrial Light and Magic 21 years ago on a 6-month project, and I'm still there. I fell in love with the place immediately. I had found my tribe, people who love working together to create the impossible. ILM really is a house of magic. It is also, as the visual effects recipients and nominees know tonight, a lot of hard work by a lot of wonderful, talented human beings. And they put their heart and soul into every frame of every shot of every film that we work on. Any honor that I receive is because of them and on behalf of them. All of us who work there owe a debt of gratitude to those trailblazers who came before us, not least of which, of course, is George Lucas, who willed the art of visual effects into being when he was told that Star Wars was an unmakeable film. So he formed ILM to prove them wrong. And at Lucasfilm, I am part of the team that has the privilege and responsibility to nurture George's legacy that means so much to so many. I have to pinch myself, honestly, daily that I get to do this for a living. I would probably do it for free, but don't tell George that. We receive hundreds of letters from fans every week. And we have a board in our office where we put up some of the most inspiring letters from young and old, talking about what Star Wars means to them, how it has helped them through hard times, how it's inspired them to seek adventure, how it's comforted them that they're not alone, and convinced them that anyone can be a hero, that light defeats darkness and hope always triumphs. It is a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Everything we do it for the fans. And I am reminded of that every night when I go home to one of the biggest fans of them all, my beautiful 10-year-old son, Thomas, who is my world and inspires me every single day. This is for him. And to my lovely husband, Pat, who, without his support and his belief in me, I would never have believed in myself. But right from the start, I've been lucky to have been surrounded by supportive, ever-patient and loving family. I'm the daughter of 2 teachers, one from Pembrokeshire and one from Anglesey. My parents taught my brother and sister and I the importance of hard work, and most importantly, the importance of kindness and integrity. My mum is here today. I'm not going to look at her. And she is, like most Welsh mums, the rock of our family. She is the strongest, most humble and kindest person I have ever met, and I am beyond lucky that of all the mums, she is my mum. I'm also lucky that my brother Gareth just so happens to be a genius. Without him, I would never have even heard of visual effects. He took a chance on me to join his company, even though I didn't have a single clue what I was doing. He had faith that I would figure it out as I went along. That became my big break, and in fact, the theme of my career. I definitely share part of this award with Gareth, without whom none of this would have happened. But I think Gareth and I would both agree that the person who really deserves an award in our family is our sister, Shawn. She's a music teacher in South Pembrokeshire. She teaches kids the joy of making music, the thrill of being part of an orchestra, and the sense of responsibility of being part of something bigger than yourself to create something wonderful. Music was a huge part of my life and a giant part of my education. For me, the skills that I learned as being part of an orchestra are the most important skills that I use every day. And I have absolutely no doubt that without them and without those opportunities, I would not be here now. Funding arts education in schools must be something that we prioritize. It cannot be left to the privileged few that can afford it. If we do that, we risk losing the innate talent that we have as a nation and the opportunities it provides and should provide for all young people. That is why my sister, and now my nieces, Hannah and Emily, who followed their mother's footsteps into being teachers, are my heroes. They are inspiring and building our future. One of the reasons that I'm so thrilled to be recognised by BAFTA Cymru and also to be an ambassador for Film Cymru, into Film Cymru, I should say, is that I hope it may inspire other young people to know that there is a place for them in the film and television industry. If I can do it, you can do it. No matter who you are, and especially if you are in a minority, your stories are important. Your voices are important. You can do this. And finally, I dedicate this award to the person who always convinced me that I can do this, my lovely dad. Dad, wherever you are, I hope you're up there with a giant glass of red wine, and I hope that you're proud of your darling back. Diolch.
Ymlaen ni at y wobr am yr actores orau nawr. It's time for one of the most hotly anticipated awards of the night. It's the Actress Award. To present it, an acclaimed actor, writer and director whose film credits include Just Jim, Bad Neighbours and his breakout role in comedy drama Submarine. Most recently, he starred as Emperor Nero in the Horrible Histories Rotten Romans movie. And we eagerly await his next directorial outing, Eternal Beauty, which looks excellent. Please welcome, rhowch croeso cynnes I Craig Roberts.
I would like to apologize in advance for the depressing tone in my voice. I am happy to be here, no, I am. It's just, it's all I have to work with. But I will give this my best shot. Sponsored by Waterstone Homes. The nominees in this year's actress category have delivered performances that will be admired for years to come. Let's take a look at them in action.
Oscar Wade, mae Denver...
Aidy Thomas as Enid in Enid a Lucy.
Pob parc, Chris. Wi yn gwybod beth mae Lucy wedi gorfod dioddau.
Os rhaid i honni stico i thrwyn mewn de?
A mae'n neud y peth iawn. Wir I chi.
Enid!
Dyw e ddim yn teg bod chi'n beirniadu'ch merch chi.
Come on!
Na, mae eisiau di glywed hyn.
Sim ots, okay?
Mae Lucy yn fam arbennig o dda, sy'n eisiau'r gorau i'w phlentyn.
Interfering cow.
Na pa mae wedi gadael Denver.
Bwt ti'n credu ti?
A mae'n drenu mawr y gweud y gwir, nag i chi o'r un rhyddyn a'ch merch chi.
Fuck off!
Mae ben i'n bwriadu wneud.
Dad?
Gabrielle Creevy as Bethan Gwyndaf in My Skin.
Come on. Shh, look at the neighbours. I'm freezing. Just come in and have a cup of tea. Come on. Come on.
He's not planning on killing. Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor in Doctor Who.
To nudge it, just enough so that it doesn't happen. Enough of a stick in the spokes to throw everything off the rails, and now I'm really mixing my transport metaphors. Well, he didn't reckon with us keeping it in place. And how do we do that then? Now we know what our task is. Keep history in order.
Shawn Gibson as Kaylee Kitson in Peter Kay's Car Share.
Oh, what have you done?
Had a bump.
I know they've had a bloody bump. What were you doing?
There was a little hedgehog in the road. Did you not see it?
Who gives a shit about an hedgehog?
It was going to get squashed, John.
And the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to Gabrielle Creevy.
Okay, so I actually didn't prepare a speech, and Kaylee actually told me to prepare one, so here goes. Sorry. Yeah, so I just want to say a big thank you to all the team of In My Skin for giving me this amazing opportunity. Kaylee, who's written an amazing thing, you'll see it next year, it's going to be amazing. Joe, who has taught me so much about what I need to do and has just been an inspiration, so thank you. Lucy, well, yeah, you know, I could just give you a big hug. I don't even know what to say right now. It's like a dream. I don't even know. So thank you. Cheryl, Mum, Yeah, without you, obviously I wouldn't be here, so thanks for pushing me. Obvs. Thank you for just pushing me and just always being there, you know. Ben, my boyfriend, I love you. Andrea, sorry, I'm going through the line. You might not have noticed. My cousin, I love you. Neris, you've given me an amazing opportunity. So has Rachel Sheridan. Thank you so much for believing in me through all those auditions. Yeah, you do. Dawn and Caitlin. Yay! They're my agents. Thank you so much for believing in me. And always, you know, you were there when I graduated last year from drama school. You believed in me, so thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations. And the presenter of our final award of the night needs little introduction. Responsible for some of our best-loved television, she's quite simply one of Wales's most treasured and talented creative minds. And we're all waiting impatiently for the return this Christmas of the show she created with James Corden, of course, Gavin and Stacey. I'll tell you what's occurring, everybody. I bet she hasn't heard that one before. It's Ruth Jones. Yeah.
Well, this is lovely, isn't it? A few empty seats at the back there now, they've had enough. I've forgotten my glasses, so I'm not sure if I can read. Yes, I think I can. Well, noswaith da I chi. Mae'n pleser mawr I bod yma heno. It's a real privilege to be here tonight to present the award for actor. For outstanding artists and for exceptional performances. Sponsored by Audi UK, here are the nominees.
Anthony Hopkins as King Lear in King Lear.
Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful into her womb. Convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her delicate body never spring a babe to honour her. If she must teem, create her child of spleen, that it may live and may thwart this nature torment her. Let us stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth.
Celyn Jones as Levi Belfield in Manhunt.
That's Springgrove Road, isn't it? In Isleworth.
You know Isleworth.
Of course. Yeah, I'm up there all the time.
Work? Friends? What's the attraction?
Bit of both.
What about cars? Garages?
Who's this? Fucking trick question or something?
Very straightforward question.
Matthew Rhys as Billy Winters in Death and Nightingales.
What did I do? Ah, caw, caw!
No nightingales in Ireland. No solitary nightingale in the whole bloody island of Ireland. But there's larks in Braca. They sing and sing till their little hearts become unstrung.
Michael Sheen as Malcolm Howe in Apostle.
If the knife of that bastard cut just one of us, we all bleed together. If your blood has been shed in my name, I shed mine for you.
Father!
I'm indebted to you, brother. Your act of bravery shall not go unrewarded. You have my word.
And the BAFTA Cymru Award goes to... Celyn Jones.
I got nothing. About 20 years pretending to be Anthony Hopkins, and tonight I really am not Anthony Hopkins. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, okay, shocked. Right, pull it together. Matthew Rhys, Michael Sheen, Anthony Hopkins. I am the only one I've never heard of. I've used that line before, but tonight it really means something. And this really means something. And, okay, tough part, tough role. Took a lot out of us. Couldn't have got there without Mark Evans. And you saw something in me, and I love you forever for that. So cheers, bro. And Philippa and Martin Clunes, brilliant actor, great producer, and Philippa did the thing that they promised they'd do. You know, they wouldn't sensationalize, they'd be respectful, they would honor, because, you know, this is a very real story, it was a very real character. So we did our work in silence, didn't we? And just let it happen. And the fact the show was so successful is a credit to them, it's a credit to Mark. I'm so pleased you got this tonight, Mark, I really am. And I am thrilled to bits. And I really hope the families and the loved ones of the victims are okay and get stronger. I hope we can take care of each other a bit more. Thank you, BAFTA. It's great to be here with my pal Andy Evans, who I started this journey with Set Fire to the Stars, a few people we worked on a few years ago, and I think if I hadn't done that, Mark would never have seen that, and then he would never have asked me to come on this journey with me. So everybody, I love you all. Come and give you a snog later on. So yeah, I've thanked everyone, and now I will say thank you to Mum and Dad in Anglesey, and to the 3 people who inspire me to all: Greta, Tristan, and my wife Kate. It's my family. Without you, nothing would make sense. Ruth Jones, Hugh Stevens. Again, I'm the only one I've never heard of. So, have a great night. Let's get sloshed. Let's go out for a dance. Diolch yn fawr iawn. This means the world.
Celyn. Thank you, Ruth. And with that, we've come to the end of the 2019 BAFTA Cymru Awards. Huge congratulations to all of our nominees and winners, and a big thank you to everyone involved in making this such a memorable occasion. Mae 'di bod yn fraint cael eich cwmni chi yma heno. The official after party will follow in the Radisson Blu Hotel, a short walk from here. Tonight has shown that a creative spark can ignite anywhere at any time. It's not constrained by boundaries. It can spread amongst us and it can inspire the masses. Tonight we've celebrated our finest moments in film, games and television from every corner of Wales, every village, every town and every city, with people who share our passion. Diolch i gyd am eich cwmni a'ch croeso yma heno. I'm going to add an extra 0 to my invoice to BAFTA after tonight as well, after winning Best Presenter. No stop! Good night!